Greetings and salutations, everyone. Crimson Nero here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokémon FireRed. In the last episode, we were starting to make our way through routes 11 and 13, and we are currently in Route 13 as we make our way towards Fuchsia City. In this episode, we're going to be continuing our way towards Fuchsia City through Route 13. So, yeah, let's do this.
Do you want to battle some Pokemon with me?
Sure, let's go ahead. There sure are a lot of normal types out here, which makes it very difficult for Haseo to actually do any major battling. Yes, I understand that in the last episode I said that I was going to level up Haseo so that he would be on par with everyone else at level 38, but considering I was just kind of in the mood to record another episode, I decided, you know what, I'm going to record right now. I'm not gonna wait around and wait for my Pokemon to be overpowered. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it right now. Besides, once I kind of get a few episodes going here, I'll actually go ahead and level up Haseo back up to level 38.
Sure, I'll play with you, sweetie.
Okay, thank you. Depends on what you mean by play with. 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I have left to play with you. He's like, all right, Wesker, that's cool. The thing is, speaking of Resident Evil, I've only played one Resident Evil game, and that's 4, because everyone tells me 4 is the best one. Play 4. It has the right amounts of like scares and really interesting stuff, and it's also like probably one of the better designed ones. So I'm like, okay, I'll try it out. Thing is, one thing you should know about me is that I'm not exactly the best like horror fan. Like I like a lot of like spooky things, but like if you tell me, oh hey, why don't you go watch, I don't know, The Grudge or The Ring or any sort of like big like horror film, then I'll say But the thing is that like sometimes like I can definitely tell when like scary parts are coming up, like especially in movies, because they almost seem very formulaic in how they're going to scare their audience. Like I can tell from different shot angles, because I've studied film before. I can tell whenever like a jump scare is going to happen in like an upcoming trailer or something like that, because like it's just ridiculous how people think that jump scares are the way to scare people. And like, yeah, sometimes people will be afraid of something jumping out at them immediately, but like the biggest scares are the things that are very subtle. Like look at Silent Hill 2, for example. That is all about subtlety. And like sometimes the biggest things that we fear are not things that we can really physically face. Like it's a lot more on like an emotional or mental level, and it's really scary to like take a look at certain things that we're not truly expecting, and things that we can't necessarily deal with right then and there. Like for example, for me, I'm one of those many people who have arachnophobia, so the fear of arachnids, mainly spiders. Scorpions, I'm a little bit more okay with, but I'm still like terrified of them. So like people have different ways of like expressing their fear, and like I don't really know why exactly I dislike spiders so much. I guess maybe it's like the way they look or the way they move. I don't know, like certain characteristics I just don't necessarily latch on to, and I'm actually afraid of. Sometimes we fear about like things that are just like completely outrageous, like, oh man, I'm so scared of spiders because what if they poison me? Well, only a certain percentage of spiders are actually poisonous, especially the Black Widow, but, like, I don't really know. Like fear is a really weird thing. Like, it messes with us, like, physically and emotionally, and I keep on using the wrong types of moves. But, yeah, like, I don't exactly know why I'm still talking about fear, but, like, I mean, one thing that people were really kind of excited for was the new Silent Hills game that was going to be directed by Hideo Kojima, the creator of the Metal Gear Solid series and other series like Police Knots, Zone of the Enders, and Boktai. And they were really excited because they got the chance to play PT, or the playable teaser, and people found out throughout that teaser is that it eventually was going to be the Silent Hills game, and now we don't really know exactly what's going to go on because of Konami not necessarily doing the best as a company, but also they're getting rid of Hideo Kojima once Metal Gear Solid 5 is finally released next month in September. So, yeah, we don't really know exactly what's going to happen. I mean, first off, I would love to see Hideo Kojima to continue on with making games because, personally, I think that he's a very interesting and really cool designer. Because, like, I've played certain games by him. I've played Metal Gear Solid. I've played both Zone of the Enders games. I've played a little bit of Boktai. And, like, I mean, it's just really, really cool to see exactly what he thinks of, because he's a man who definitely studied a lot of foreign things. Like, he watched a bunch of movies, because originally he was going to be a film director, but he eventually found his path in life through video games, and like, it's really cool to see how, like, he's so, like, well versed in different cultures and different ideas, and, like, seeing him have taken on the challenges of making a really scary Silent Hill experience, like, that would have been really interesting, and, like, I would have given it its fair shot, because even though I'm not a huge fan of horror games, I would still have given it a try, just to say, like, okay, this is very well done, this is very subtle and scary, and, like, I felt, like, fear and, like, dread. So, like, I'm just blabbering right now, but, like, Hideo Kojima is super cool. I mean, like, there are a lot of game designers who really inspire me. A lot of people who have worked for Nintendo, like Satoru Iwata, bless his soul. Obviously, my hero, Shigeru Miyamoto. There's also Hideo Kojima, who is not Nintendo, but, like, just naming a few names. I mean, like, if you're a really good designer, then you have my praise. I mean, like, Gabe Newell, I've become a huge fan of the Half-Life series recently, because, well, I was playing through Half-Life 2 and Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and I was going through it, and I just thought, wow, this is really well designed. And, like, to tell you, like, how much I love it, and, like, how, like, weird my opinions are, despite me not being exactly a huge fan of horror things, yet I love things like Halloween and monsters and different, like, religious, like, demons and angels and gods and stuff. My favorite area in all of Silent Hill 2 is Ravenholm, the place that is supposed to be the most scary, because of, like, all the head crabs and head crab zombies and stuff like that. And, like, generally there were points throughout that game where, like, head crabs have caught me off guard, and, like, those are some pretty like, considerable enemies, especially the poison ones. And I just think, wow, this is, like, I have felt more jumps and, like, unease in this in going through, like, just regular areas in Half-Life 2 than I have ever felt whenever I kind of glance over at things, like certain horror films or horror games that are a little bit more modern and just rely more on jump scares. And, like I keep on talking around in circles, but, like, I mean, it's just, like, my interests coincide with certain people's, and I pick up on things that are just really interesting, and I try to verse myself in different types of thinking. So, yeah. I'm doing a lot of talking here, but, like, I like discussing this kind of stuff, even if no one is directly here to listen to me, but, like, I mean, I hang out with with some of my best friends, and we talk about, hey, what makes good games, and, like, we'll talk about, like, a really good buddy of mine, Chris, he and I hang out, like, all the time, so much, and, like, we're both getting into the games industry in our own ways. Like, he's taking a more computer science way of it, and I'm taking it from more of an art standpoint. And, like, we both understand that, like, okay, here are examples of bad game design. Here are some examples of really, really good game design. And, like, we can both kind of just have fun together playing games and picking up on certain things that are just really, really cool, and things that we really enjoy, and things that aren't so good, and maybe that we think of alternative ways of, like, how it could work better. I mean, like I said, we've been playing some Metal Gear Solid recently just for funsies, and we're just having so much fun with it because, like, we walked through the first, like, 30 minutes of the game where, like, you're just starting out, you're just starting to sneak into Shadow Moses, and we were just like, this game is awesome! Then again, I feel that whenever I play a good Hideo Kojima game. I really wish I had Haseo back in alive in the party, just so I could kind of give him a proper leveling experience. Let's see. Actually, what's my situation on revives? I got one, or I got one I can spare. Give you that, and then I'll drop a potion. Cool beans. You need to use TMs to teach good moves to Pokemon. This is sometimes extremely true, though other times it's all about leveling up your Pokemon. Alright, Testament. Well, I guess it's actually kind of bad, but kind of good that Haseo is not really being used here, because, I mean, half the battles he can't even do anything because all of his moves are dark types, which I will eventually change so that he has maybe like a poison move, maybe a dark move, I don't really know, but just having Ghost is not necessarily the best of ideas. So I'm going to address that soon enough. But, I mean, Haseo, like, half of his battles he would be pretty useless in due to his moveset. So, yeah, like, that's also kind of the reason why he hasn't really been leveling up all that much, because most of these bird-type Pokemon, or flying-type Pokemon, also have normal-type, too, so yeah, that's kind of something to consider. Alright. Man, it feels really nice to get back to recording some good old Pokemon, because, like, I really have missed this. My bird Pokemon should be ready for battle! Like, I really enjoy playing through games and just having fun with it, and being able to just, like, express my feelings and my thoughts. Like, it's nice, especially if people are willing to take the time to listen, because, like, I know that I'm not the best Let's Player. I know that, like, I'm not well known. I know that I don't update on a regular basis. I don't have, like, 2 to 3 different uploads per day. I understand that I take really long breaks for different reasons, such as, like, family things, computer issues, other things, but, like, I try my best. I do what I can to express different thoughts, and I just have fun with it. And that's really, it really comes down to. It's not about, at the end of the day, it's not about how many subscribers you have. It's not about how much money you make. It's all about just having fun. Like, I understand that, like, that's not exactly how, like, every single type of business works, but, like, I mean, at the end of the day, I would much rather have a really tough but fun job over an easy but miserable job. I would definitely prefer having fun with whatever I do. Alright, we made our way to Route 14 right here. They have TVs on sale at the Celadon department store. TMs aren't really rare, but not many people have HMs. Well, that is true, considering that there's only like a maximum of like 8 HMs per Pokemon game, considering, well, you need gym badges in order to use HMs. Testament doing the good work. Man, I really want to play some Guilty Gear right now. Because like I explained earlier, Testament is a character from Guilty Gear, so I was like, wait, one of my favorite characters is Testament, and he uses scythes, and one of my favorite Pokemon is Scyther, and he has 2 giant scythes for arms, considering he's based off a praying mantis. And so I was like, oh my gosh, let's do this. And like, I know that Guilty Gear Xrd has been around for a while, and I really enjoy that game. But like, and I know that the kind of like sequel-ish game is coming out, like Revolvator or whatever it's called. So like, I'm really excited about that. But like, I mean, yeah, like, Xrd is awesome. I love it. But, like, part of me also really still likes, like, XX Accent Core plus R because, well, we had a huge cast of characters, and a lot of those characters haven't returned yet in Xrd, but we'll see as time goes on. But we at least get to see a new character in the updated version of Guilty Gear Xrd, who is one of the people who works with that man, who's the main antagonist of the series. So it's really cool that how we're making progress in the story, because that series has been going on for what, like 15 years or something, and it's nice that we can actually like really see how certain things are developing in the story. Oh, that's actually another person that I really am inspired by is Daisuke Ishiwatari, the creator of Guilty Gear, because he does everything from the story to the music to even the artwork, and I love his artwork. It looks really, really cool. So, like, I mean, I'm inspired by a lot of different things and a lot of different people, and it's really nice that I can kind of take bits and pieces of different things I like and merge them together into things that I want to do. So, like, even something as simple as like creating stories or making D&D campaigns or whatever else I like doing. It's nice that I can kind of think of different things that I'm like, oh, hey, what if I did this? Or, hey, this is kind of like that other thing. Like, it's really, really neat. Alright, we are quickly making our way towards Fuchsia City. Have you heard of the legend of the winged mirages? That depends. What kind of mirages are we talking about here? Far-fetched. Yeah. That did, I think, like 1 damage. Wait, isn't Fury Cutter a bug-type move? I think it is. I'm not, I can't exactly remember, but whatever. Oh, so close to level 39. Oh, man. Hi. I'm not into it, but okay, let's go. Well, if you're not into Pokemon battles, then why are you out here, like, being part of Pokemon battles? Beanie. Yay, level. Let's see, we got a Fearow here. I know before the upcoming gym battle in Fuchsia City, I definitely want to make sure that all of my Pokemon, like all 5 of them, I want them all to be level 40. Considering I'm pretty sure that that the gym leader is pretty tough there. And plus, like, I'm doing pretty well with my Pokemon that are about 10 levels higher than everything else, but, like, I know that soon enough the game is going to definitely ramp up in difficulty, because I've played through FireRed numerous times to know that just because you have really strong Pokemon throughout the middle portion doesn't mean that you're going to have super strong Pokemon towards the end, because this game definitely likes to just ramp things up very quickly after the 6th gym. Let's see. Aw, bummer. Bummer City, bro. Bro side and King of the Broshin. That's one of my favorite things. Wow, just spam and protect, are we? Okay. I see your game you are playing. You are playing some Pokemons. Pokemon! Let's see. Ha! Your protect is useless now. And then it's immediately going to start working next turn. I already can tell. Because that's just how the game rolls. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Hey! That speed, Aura. That speed. Thank you. Okay. We are getting close. Oh, jeez. There's a lot of dudes there. As much as I would love to fight them, I kind of need to start making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound. Sorry. I'm quickly making my way to Fuchsia City, and I can always come back here later to level up my party a little bit. Uh-oh, this is definitely not in my favor. Whoopsies. Okay, that works too. Just a simple little tackle, just like, take that, and then just done. Let's see, let's get Inigo in here. Yeah, we are quickly making our way to Fuchsia City, but there's still a lot more that we need to do before we can actually take on the Fuchsia City gym, just because there's everything in this route, which we still need to take care of, which I'll probably finish that up in the next episode, but there's also a completely different path, because you can use the bicycling road from Celadon City and make it immediately to Fuchsia City. Like, Kanto is very well designed because, like, there's multiple paths to certain destinations and everything is pretty close together. But, yeah, like, I kind of play this game in a certain way that kind of, like, blends certain things together. Like, I go to certain areas before others because, well, that's just kind of how I feel. Let's see. I think I'll take on this trainer right here first. And then I will take on the two that I just passed by. And then I'll rest up in Fuchsia City, and then we'll call it a day. And then in the next episode, we'll start cleaning things up in this area, and then making our way over to the bicycling road past Celadon. And I keep on using the wrong types of moves on the wrong types of Pokemon! Ah! So many normal types. So much many normal types. So much very many, yes. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I need to get some stronger moves. Ooh, a critical! Nice job, Leviathan! Hey! Alright, what we got here? My sister gets scary when we lose. Well, then, she's gonna get pretty scary then. I am sorry. Ooh, Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. I love these guys. They're some of my favorite Pokemon. Hitmonchan is based off of Jackie Chan, and Hitmonlee is based off of Bruce Lee, who are people that I absolutely love because I love old kung fu action flicks. They're really, really cool. I mean, heck, they were kind of why I also took up martial arts myself, because I was just like, wow, that not only is like not only do martial arts just like demonstrate your strength, but there's like a certain like grace to it as well. Like certain styles focus a lot more on like almost a brutality aspect to it, but other styles are a lot more graceful, and like seeing really, really cool martial arts fights in movies and such are just, some of them are just breathtaking. So yeah, Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee, just really, really cool. Actually, I just looked down and I'm actually wearing a Bruce Lee shirt. I just realized that. That is really, really cool. Yeah, my dad got it for me when he went to New York City one time on a business trip, so I was like, wait, a Bruce Lee shirt? This is awesome. So yeah, like I'm wearing it, and I wear it a lot, and like the fact that I'm wearing it right now is actually really cool. All right, Fuchsia City, here we are. But yeah, this right over here is our way to from the bottom of the. This is the bottom of the cycling road. The cycling road is kind of like a. We'll get to it eventually, but it's kind of like a big hill. So like it's only kind of one way. I mean, you can pedal back up it, but like it requires a lot, as well as once you get down to a certain point of the cycling road, you can't actually go back up to Celadon unless you fly. Alrighty, well, the team is all healthy now. We got a little bit of leveling to do for Haseo, but luckily some of the trainers we've been fighting so far have kind of helped bridge the gap a little bit. But we still got a little bit more to do in the areas that we just passed through. And then after we do that, we will go to the cycling road. And then everything will be all caught up, so we'll be good to go to fight the Fuchsia City Gym Leader. So, in the next episode of Let's Play Pokemon FireRed, we are going to be finishing up things here on these routes, and then heading over to the cycling road. I'm Nero. Thank you very much for watching this episode, and until next time, everyone, fare thee well.